Hi, I'm Lee, and this is kiln opening number 7. In this kiln opening, I have the chicks that I did in the last video. I'm going to show you the glazes I used for them. And I also have a new collection that I'm calling the Groovy Collection. Yes, I'm that old. And at the end of the video, I have a little demonstration on how I get the cookies off the bottom of my mugs when they get stuck. I have a Dremel tool that attaches to the Dremel that I got off of Amazon that helps with this, and I haven't seen anyone do it, so I thought I would show it to you. PCF 60 Sunbeam. This is also the new Flex Glaze from Amaco. I like this glaze color. I like how it reacts on texture. I like how it acts vertically. It gives out some different variations of color, of yellow, depending on how thick or thin it's applied. PC 68 Golden Honey. This is the PC's newest glaze formulation, and I really like it. I like how it is on a flat piece with texture, how it breaks, and I like what it does on this guy. Unfortunately, his eyes ran, but he's still cute. Amaco's SM63 Yellow. This is the satin matte, and I think the satin matte turned out the best on the chicks. The eyes didn't run. Goldenrod SM60, again matte finished, or satin matte finish, and I think it looks really sharp. Eyes didn't run. I think I'll use the satin mattes on these chicks. SW138 Lemon Meringue. I've done this combination on my chicks before, and I really like it. I like how it breaks a little white on top. Gives a little bit of color to it. But I also like the flat satin matte kind of appearance. I've also done this one before. It is Biscotti Biscuit, and it is Speedball mid-fire, and it's okay. It doesn't let the eyes run. It's a bit of a lemony color, but I find Speedball glazes to be quite stable. They don't run if they're not combined with other glazes. This is another Speedball mid-fire buttermilk. It's my favorite of all the glossy glazes. I really like the color it is. It's kind of a golden, almost mustard yellow. I think he's cute. This chick is 656 Opulence Butterscotch. I got some samples from last year's sample pack, and I like the butterscotch. I like the two-tone. How it breaks over the handle. This little chick started off as 836 Wildflower by Opulence, and I ran out. It's just a sample pack, and I had used it on something else, so I didn't have quite enough to do the chick, so I had to add a coat of 656 butterscotch on top. So I don't know if you can see, that's the wildflower coming through on the bottom. It's a much brighter color. But the two together look pretty good too. It's some neat drips happening. Okay, this is a combination that one of my subscribers, Pamela Ross, had suggested. She mixes 1/3 corn silk with 2/3 frosted lemon and gets this yellow color. So I gave it a try. It's pretty. Thanks, Pamela. Okay, these little sets, I've got quite a few of them. I was watching Wonky Pots, and they make these little lunch sets. So she builds a plate, and he throws the bowls. So Jonathan was throwing all sorts of these little bowls and didn't know what to do with them. So I said, well, why don't we do what Wonky Pot does, and we'll make some little sets. So he throws the bowls, I make the plates, and I throw some mugs, and then I'll glaze them. So I glaze them all the same. And that's what we come up with. Now, the reason I only like to use one clay in the studio is because accidentally clay will contaminate other clay. And this is what happened. I threw with reclaimed clay, and there was Dark Star in with the bee mix. So all my sets have been contaminated. So this weekend we have a show. I won't be selling these as sets. I'll have to sell them as individual pieces. If people want to buy them as sets, I'll give them a better price for it. But it's a shame, especially days before you're doing a show and you can't remake other pieces and get the sets together. But that's all right. Live and learn. Life goes on. Okay, this was going to be the first piece of what I was going to call my groovy collection, but because all the pieces were contaminated with Dark Star, I can't call it a collection, so next show it'll be a collection. A lot of people don't like to glaze. I actually love glazing. It's so funny, I watch all of these potters and they keep saying, oh, I have ADHD, I have ADHD. Guess what? I have ADHD. I find it hard to sit at night and watch TV or on the weekend, and my husband loves to watch movies and TV shows. So I'll sit with my glaze and I'll glaze, and we spend time together watching TV. So this is a list of everything on this combination. This is the blues. I really like how all these combinations came out. A couple of tricks that I did and didn't do. So this one was in the hotter part of the kiln. You can see it ran quite a bit. So the vertical pieces, they do better at a 5. As you can see here, it holds it a little bit better. But the flat pieces, they do better at a 6. And on top of everything, I put a strip on top overlapping of the Spectrum floating glazes on the flat pieces, just so I could get a similar reaction as I'm getting on the vertical. So I think once I get the clay situation sorted out, these are going to make nice little sets. Teal and turquoise, my favorite. Again, I love turquoise and teal. So pretty, even with the specks. I like the colors. I think I'll change it up the next time I do it. I really like what's happening on this vertical piece here, but I'm not crazy about the white there and the white here. And I also don't like it on the flat piece. I don't like this color here and this. I think that might be because it's overlapping the two. I'm not 100% sure. But there's some aspects of this that I do like, so I will keep working on this combination. I've got other purples to try as well, so I might replace a few of them or switch them around. This is the reds. This came out really nice. I didn't test anything. You know, you should test. I just kind of winged it, but I used a lot of the Spectrum colors, and they've been showing up all online and on YouTube and working really well. So I thought I'm just going to go for it, and I'm really happy I did. This is what it looks like. On the bowl. And again, keep the vertical pieces in the cooler part of the kiln or fire them separately at a cone 5, and the horizontal pieces or the flat pieces, fire them a little hotter, and it does a much better job. This is the yellow combination. The plate didn't make it. It hit the ground and smashed. This was in a harder part of the kiln, and it ran a little more than what I wanted it to. But the colors are really, really pretty. This one is greens and yellows with some orange. This one turned out really pretty. I love greens and blues. And I tried to make it look like a meadow. It's so pretty. Okay, this is a special note and a little apology because I said I wasn't crazy about the Amaco's Fire and Ice when I just did it by itself, but I went ahead and added 2 times Honey Flux on top and refired it, and it has won me over. I really like it. It's very pretty. Now refiring it, it ran. I'm going to have to grind all that off, but yeah, I think it's really nice. I really like this more light purple color that it came over the darker purple. Very nice. Okay, so when you have glaze that has run down, I use this Dremel piece here. I got it from Amazon. That's the package I got it in. Comes with different sizes. It comes with the bar. It comes with a screwdriver to screw it in. And it's a diamond bit, or supposed to be a diamond bit. And I have this sponge inside. this bucket with water, so when you push on it, it brings the water up. So you don't have to have the running water, you just push on it and it makes this wet. And the idea behind this is glaze is glass, and when you do glass cutting, you score the glass and then you break it apart or pinch it apart. So I'm going to score the glaze with this, and then I'm going to tap that off. That's the idea behind it. I have about, let's say it's 70% rate of success doing this. Go. Came free. Now I'll grind this down and it'll be good to go.